Welcome to today's prenatal yoga. Today we'll be focusing on our hips and relieving tension in that area in our body. So we'll begin by, today's class you'll need some pillows and a strap. That should be it actually. So go ahead and take some pillows, place them underneath your knees as you sit in an easy pose. Bring your elbows to your knees, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, begin rounding your back and bringing your chin to your chest. We'll pause here for a rest. As you're breathing, begin tuning in to your own body, noticing where there might be, and committing to breathing into that space, to stretching it out, to working on that area of the body as it needs. Delving a little bit deeper into our breath. Noticing where it is right now. Noticing baby. Feeling that connection between them and yourself. And thinking back and on to your goals, your priorities, your likes and dislikes, all these things in their individual folders separated from one another. As they come together, they make up who you are. But even when they leave and go and change and mold and are influenced by outside variables and circumstances, there's still something innately you. And it has nothing to do with all these extraneous things. And right now at this very moment, your baby knows that. They share that with you. They know your breath. They know your movement. They know your heart. And just taking a moment to feel gratitude, to feel amazement by this growth in identity, this growth in body, this growth in love. And taking the time to make it a growth in mindset as well. Taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bringing the shoulders down and letting the spine lengthen. Inhale, raise the chest, and exhale, bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhaling back up, exhaling right ear, right shoulder. Inhaling all the way up, and as you exhale, neck rotation, circling. going the opposite direction. Inhale up, sitting nice and tall. Bring the shoulders back and let the palms of the hands come to the hips. And as you exhale, the palms come to the knees and you round your back into a seated cat. Inhaling up and exhale, coming into a pretzel or a twist with our left hand on our right knee, sitting nice and tall. Deep breath in, coming back to center and doing that rocking once more. So exhaling, rounding, inhaling, bringing those elbows back, raising the chest up towards the sky. Exhale once more into that cat. Inhaling up and letting the right hand come to the left knee. Inhaling back to center, bringing your fingertips to your shoulders and begin rotating in little small circles first, and making those bigger until finally your hands are outstretched. You bring your elbows back, chest open. Exhale, bringing the palms together in front of you, stretching your upper back. Inhale, turn the palms facing backwards, reach. Interlace your fingers, drop them to the mat, press the shoulder blades together, and raise the chin. Inhale. Exhale, release. Coming on to our right hip first, and stretching our left leg behind us. So depending on how far along you are is going to kind of influence how much of this you can do. So you can keep them really close or stretch them out. And you're going to very gently twist to the right first. Inhale. Exhale, release by bringing your torso back to center and stretching the left leg out and walking your hands down toward the center of your body. So we're going to begin with a gentle stretch between the thighs. Inhaling. Exhale, walking up, bringing both feet in to a wide butterfly at first. Grab those pillows. We're going to ease into our butterfly today and let the knees relax into the pillows. So a wide butterfly means the feet are away from our midline, from our torso, so that the angle is not so steep to begin. Inhale, grabbing the ankles or maybe the shins so that you can lengthen through the spine and you can begin pulling your pelvis into a very neutral shape so that the ischial bones are connected with the mat beneath you. So you should feel no rounding in the lower back and no overextension in the lower back either. Your sit bones are completely engaged with the mat beneath you. One long line, as it were. Deep breath in. On your next inhale, imagining the air flowing right around baby in the womb. And then as you exhale, a slight hug to them. Deep breath in. Walk the right foot in first. Come down, touching the left toes. And switch, bringing the right foot back out, the left foot in, reaching to the inhale, coming back in. And bringing the butterfly a little bit closer. We're still using our pillows as aids, and we're gonna grab our toes, sitting nice and tall. Once more, deep breath in. Allow the knees to fall towards the pillows. Deep breath. And on this last one, bringing the butterfly closer, if you can, removing the pillows but keeping them nearby. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and as you exhale, you can round the spine, allowing your nose to come close to the feet, feeling that full stretch. Deep breath in, very slowly begin rotating up, and we're going to shift our weight onto the left hip, taking the right leg behind us. And again, playing around with it. And inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, twisting. Then torso turns back to center. And now swing your knees underneath you, coming into your tabletop. Deep breath in, hands right beneath shoulders and knees right beneath hips. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, begin rounding your back. Inhale, lifting the tailbone, lifting the chin, dropping the belly, cow. Exhale, cat once more. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. And since today's theme are hips, we're going to do some, I don't really know the name of them actually, but I used to call them dog sprinklers. That's what people sometimes call them. So starting out in your tabletop, deep breath in, and you're going to lift the hip and the knee up for a total of 5 times. Starting with your right one. And you should feel that slight engagement in the muscles. Come back to our table and rocking onto your hands and then your knees, hands, knees. And now you can speed it up if you want. So we're trying to stretch the back of the hips and strengthen the muscles in the thigh, but also stretch the hamstrings so they're not so tight and pulling on the hips. And when you're ready, you can do the other side. So lifting the left leg up, you can keep the foot on the ground or you can lift it all the way. This is strengthening the muscles as well as stretching through the ligaments. 2 more. Back onto your knees and shifting once more for some rock backs. Forward and rocking back. Forward and back. And again, going at your own pace right now, noticing what feels good in your own body. And finally, let's let these evolve into some hip circles. So pressing the left hip out and circling it all the way around to the right and continuing this circling motion. And then the opposite way, feeling that in our lower back, the IT band a little bit. Deep breath in, coming back up, splaying the knees, keeping the toes together, and coming back into a child's pose. Keeping your child's pose pretty traditional right now, not fully sinking into the hips, mostly stretching through the back. But as you raise up, inhale, raise to the chest and begin rocking those hips all the way back so that you can sit on your toes. Turn your heels inwards, the toes outward. Inhale, exhale, release the chin. Deep breath in, walk your hands back down, and we're gonna go for a froggy. So we're gonna take our pillow again, or our block, placing it underneath our behind. Walk our feet out to the edges of the mat.
walk our knees out, and stretch by rocking back onto the pillow or the block to support you. We're only going to stay here for 2 breaths. Inhaling deeply. 1 more. And exhale. Very slowly making our way back up with our hands first, bringing our knee inward. Squish the pillow if you need to, kick it out of the way. And then when you're ready, walking your hands forward, tucking your toes, deep breath in, and then exhale, strengthening the muscles behind our hips into a downward dog, pressing the heels and driving them into the mat, pressing the fingertips, splaying them and pressing the ball of the hand and the palm of the hand into the mat. Deep breath. Inhale, coming into our cat and cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward dog. Shifting our weight onto the left side, a little bit in the left hip there, and then to the right side. And again, wagging that tail very slowly and with intention. Just kind of placing the pressure on the outside of the feet. And you should feel that in your lower back and along the hips. Down to our table, and as you exhale, cat once more. Inhale, cow. And very slowly, we're going to go ahead and bring up our left foot on the outside of our left hand. And during pregnancy, our hips get tight, but we don't want to go too deeply into these hip stretches. So just kind of find where that edge is for this baby lizard. You can place a blanket under your knee if you want. And rather than hanging into the stretch, we're going to press our left foot firmly into the ground and mildly activate our glutes as if you were to do a squat, that same kind of workout, if you will, that you feel. Rock back and rock forward. Rock back and rock forward. And the further along you are, you might turn a little bit, and that's fine too. So we're going to keep this movement more dynamic as opposed to static. So you're rocking back, nice long back. Creating some movement here in this hip and pressing that left heel into and back to our table. When you're ready, bringing the right foot up, and again, finding that edge, staying here for 2 breaths. And then firmly pressing the right foot into the ground, squeezing the glutes, and rocking back. A total of 8 times. And again, like I said, the further along you are, you walk your hands out at an angle so that baby has a little bit more room to move. Connect this movement to your breath. One more time. And finally, back to our table. Splaying the knees, forward on the ground, raising the tailbone, and coming back into our puppy or a child's pose, whatever you prefer. Deep breath in, hands back down on the mat. And then we're going to step into a wide downward dog. So walk those feet out and lift into a wide downward dog. Walk your hands towards your body, standing up all the way into mountain. Deep breath in. And to counterbalance some of that deep stretching, we're going to activate the outer thighs by placing that edge of the foot into the mat, rocking onto the ball of our feet and our heels, firmly pressing them into the ground, engaging the glutes ever so slightly, keeping the belly soft, the shoulders soft. Deep breath in, raising our hands all the way up. Then exhale, chair. And let's flow 10 times. Just as much as we want to stretch the hips, we also want to strengthen the muscles in the legs and the glutes. Inhale up. Exhale, sink. And again. And now just go at your own pace. Feel your feet fully engaged with the mat. Feel the muscles in the back of your legs contract and your knees stay stable. One more. And we're gonna hold it. Deep breath in, drive those toes into the mat, and inhale up, hands out in front of you. Very slowly begin taking the left foot over the right, keeping hands at heart center today, and coming down into this half eagle. Deep breath. Activating the glutes and the legs. And a slight engagement too here, the belly button and the lower core. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, sinking down, other side, so crossing the right over the left. Nice long back. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, coming into a wide leg stance. Hands, palms down on our knees, fingertips in, and a round of standing cats and standing cows. Feel a slight, subtle movement in the hips and the pelvis. Inhale, one more time. And let your hands come down to the mat. We've stretched a lot between the legs in that inguinal region, but now let's stretch kind of in the back part, the back portion of our legs. So take your pillows if you need them. If you want to be a little bit higher up, press your hands into the pillows and press that tailbone back. You should feel that stretch behind your knees and in the hamstrings. Inhale and exhale. From this stance, drive your heels into the ground. Maybe walk them in just a little bit too if needed. Down into Malasana, pressing the elbows into the knees and the thumbs into the eyes for a massage. This wise woman stance. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring one hand down, one leg, and then the other. Hug the pillows, let your chin touch your chest. Inhale, sitting nice and tall, just a little bit of rotation here in the legs, so bringing the toes in and then out, and feeling that, even though it's a very small movement, the difference it makes in the hips. A few more times. And then finally, coming onto our back, unless your doctor has given you explicit instructions not to be on your back, limited amounts are okay, so long as you can breathe and you're not high risk. Particularly to do this one pelvic floor exercise to strengthen it. which will help your hips. So draw your shoulders underneath your back. Deep breath in. And we're going to do a more dynamic bridge series. Lift, engaging the glutes, engaging the pelvic floor, and you should feel an engagement in the inner thigh. Exhale 5 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, dropping. Inhale again. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Stay here. Exhale. On your next inhale, very slowly come down. And let's try it one more time, a little bit faster. Inhaling. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. One more time. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Keeping your knees bent. Just a few pelvic tilts here. So placing your fingers on the top of your hips here. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, bringing our thighs and our hips close to our belly button, but not lifting the back off the ground. Exhale, drawing the hips down towards the toes, having a little arch in the lower back. 5 times. Two more times. One more time for good measure. Now taking your pillows, placing them between your thighs, letting yourself twist all the way down onto your right side, your left side first, sorry. Your left side first. Try to ease any tension in the hips. And lifting the leg a total of 5 times. Very high, just a little bit. We're going to switch to the other side, so take your pillow. And again, cradling your head with your right arm. Our left leg come all the way over our hip and our lower and stretch and be having some space. Inhale, release the pillow, and again, finding yourself stable and lifting 5 times, not going past your range that is comfortable. If you're having hip problems, probably don't want to go super high, like keep it nice and controlled. And release, stretch. Your hands and your toes far apart, just laying down half moon. And inhale, exhale. Find a comfortable spot in your house, maybe your bed, the couch, to come into this reclined butterfly for just another moment or two. You can set the pillows up behind your back, some underneath your knees, so that you're elevated.
Take a deep breath in and out. A few more. You can place hands on your belly to connect with baby. Delving deep into who you are, what your goals are, what they have been. Feeling pride in them, but also loosening your grasp on them. For as circumstances and situations change, we must too. And knowing that we can, that we possess the adaptability to do so, knowing that this is a treat for our baby to see in us. And it's part of that essence of who we are when everything else is stripped away. When you're ready, you can come back to a seated position. Take as much time as you need. Ending with 3 deep inhales and exhales. Inhaling, adaptability, flexibility, going with the flow. Exhaling, grasp tight ropes. Things that don't make us us. Inhaling, a mindset of openness. Exhaling, a mindset of a concreteness. Hands at heart center. Thank you for practicing. I hope your hips are feeling better, more open, and that your mindset is too, and that you feel a little bit more prepared to roll with the changes. Namaste, Om Shanti.